Hi there, friends of the way. It's Bernie Doyle. I'm the organizer of the Eamon meetup in Toronto. And I just wanted to give a bit of a living life example of what it is that detection is about. And this evening we're going to be working on something called numerology. And it's a subject that people, I guess, have in some way, shape, or form have acknowledged in their life, but for the most part, at the hands of the modern world and the fast-paced nature of the news and everything that goes on, it's been a topic that's been overlooked. So if you just do the numerology on a day like today, the root number of the day actually works out to 8. Now 8 has about it, I guess the main catchphrase of a day like this would be to be cautious and to be aware. It's a day when mistakes can happen, accidents can take place, but that's just, in a way, a simple type of explanation. Because when I look at the nature of the day, and I use numerology as just one type of an indicator, I also like to just take the time to observe, right now here I am at Lake Ontario, and I'm just kind of perceiving what do the clouds look like? What does the sky look like? How do the trees and the foliage and what does the water represent today? Because just like you wake up every morning and it's a brand new day for you, and you can find a hope or an inspiration in yourself for things to be different, it's actually the same for the planet. The planet herself is seeking each day to have her own brand new expression. And it's that twinned, it's that combined inspiration for things to be a little better, for things to be more refined, that really strikes me about detection. In your own personal journey, if refinement is your goal, if it happens to be part of the the long-term trajectory of where you see yourself going into the future, and by that I mean a more refined future, and I would describe that as elevated emotional states, elevated mental states, elevated communication with others, a higher level of perception. That's what I mean about a trajectory of refinement. Well, the planet has been on that type of trajectory for hundreds of millions of years, and even the very nature of organic life, like trees and plants and animals, they've all been on a refinement journey. And it's this twinning of the human intention to want to refine, and we actually live on a planet that's in a refinement journey herself. That's, for me, actually a very strong inspiration. And it's not easy these days. There's just so much that's trying to grab your attention and pull you into the matters of today, of the world as it exists today. But this journey of refinement, of organic life, of which you are a part, that story has been going on for hundreds of millions of years. And I think the human part in it, maybe even 2 million years. The human form used to be, all covered in hair and bent over, and in its own way, maybe it was as best as it could be. But compared to us today, it was very coarse, and we're a much finer instrumentation of that organic life in what we're able to do. Take even music or language or art, for example. So the human race is on a development journey, and the word that I would put with it is evolution. And we haven't yet reached its pinnacle. We haven't yet reached where we're going to. And so one of the main concepts inside of the idea of detection, which is what we've been working on, is that the human is an evolving species living on an evolving planet. And detection is one of the key ways, one of the ways to open the door to remind oneself of the fact of the evolutionary journey that we're on, which means for a better and finer and richer future for ourselves and for the planet. And in many ways, there can be a very meaningful type of relationship that one has with the planet in regards to one's development journey. And I would say actually that a cognizance of the evolutionary journey of the planet that we live upon is part and parcel of a true development journey. And it's an interesting consideration. We find ourselves here alive on this planet. Here we are. We've got, 70 or 80 years to make the best of it. But this planet herself, the hostess, the home within which we live, herself is an evolving organism herself. The planet is on a development journey within her own location within the universe. And here we are finding ourselves within its ecology. Now there's plentiful opportunity for humans to get distracted and do a million other things that seem very important. But when it comes down to fundamentally, what is it that we're doing here on the planet? Perhaps one of the considerations is that we're here to be participant within the evolution of the universe. And detection is one of those threaded, intertwined. It's almost in the mosaic or in the textile nature of the interwoven aspects of the universe. One of those threads happens to be us. I would maintain that textured tapestry of expression that the universe is an evoluting and refining one. And I would want the thread that I represent within that massive, long-lasting, amazing representation of existence. I wouldn't want my existence to be part of the evolutionary process. And identifying the other parts, the other threads of existence is part of what the detection arts are. Knowing where you are, knowing what you're doing here, and being able to perceive it in a meaningful way to include oneself into this great endeavor that's been taking place for hundreds of millions of years. So there's a little bit of a bigger picture of some of the meaningful aspects within the detection arts, and we're going to be carrying on for the next several weeks. It's been a fantastic run so far, and hope to see you there. Thanks.